A cell, for example, we have a red blood cell. Example of a tissue, we have muscle tissue. An example of an organ, we can talk about the lungs, we can talk about the heart. An example of an organ system, we can talk about the respiratory system, or the simplest one, the digestive system. Organism, we can, for example, simplest organisms which are common. We talk about human beings, we can talk about human, we can talk about plants. Those are the simplest organisms which we know. From there now, we'll also talk about the levels, the passage of substance across the cell surface membrane. Now, substances, they pass in three ways in our cells. We have, first one, we have diffusion, we have osmosis, and when we talk about diffusion, it's the movement of substance from the region of higher concentration to the region of lower concentration. For example, if we use an example of a tea bag, we put a tea bag in hot water and another tea bag in cold water. The one we put in hot water is the one which will change the color so quickly. The one which we put in cold water, it will take time to change the color. The next process where we need to focus our eyes, as we discussed in class, is osmosis. From osmosis, we need to talk about active transport. Substances, they move in and out of the cell in three ways: diffusion, active transport, and osmosis. Next one, we need to study more in details about enzymes, where we say enzymes are biological catalysts which deals with the digestion of food, which deals with the speeding up of all chemical reactions in our body. On nutrition, we need to talk about nutrition is divided into two components: nutrition in plants and nutrition in humans. On the nutrition in plants, we need to talk about the leaf structure. When we talk about the leaf structure, we have the internal structure of the leaf. When we talk about the internal structure of the leaf, we are saying the inside part of the leaf, which we cannot see with our own eyes, and the external structure of the leaf, the ones we can see with our own eyes. We have mineral requirements, the minerals which are needed in order for the plants to grow well, like magnesium and nitrates. When we talk about nutrition in plants, in humans, this is what we talk about now, a balanced diet. When we say a balanced diet, is the food which contains all the 7 essential nutrients which we can see on the chalkboard: carbohydrate, fats, vitamins, minerals, water, protein, fiber. The other name for fiber is roughage. Sometimes they are not going to use the word fiber, they are going to use the word roughage. Sometimes they are not going to use the word roughage, they are going to use the word fiber. They are referring to the same thing. We need to know all these 7 essential nutrients and the functions of each. For example, carbohydrates, it provides our body with energy. Protein, it is needed for growth and development. Fats, it protects our internal organs. Water, it acts as a transport media. The other function for water, it cools down our body through sweating. For example, fiber, the function of fiber, the function of roughage, it prevents constipation. From there, we'll go on transportation. We have transport in plants and transport in humans. Now, these are the topics now. We are going on the topics, the ones we did not cover in class. Transport in plants. When we talk about transport in plants, when the mineral salts are absorbed from the soil, they are absorbed by the root hair. They need to move from the roots to other parts of the plants, which are the stems and the leaves. Now, they need to be transported by different parts of the plant. Also, we have transport in human. On transport in human, we need to focus on the heart. Remember those ones? All of us, we were in grade 10, we talked about the heart in grade 10. On the heart, we need to know different parts of the heart and the functions of each part. When blood is pumped, this is human transport. It is made out of 3 components: the heart, blood vessel, and blood. Let's talk about the heart. How do these components work? The heart pumps blood. When this blood is pumped, it goes in the blood vessels. It either goes in the arteries, in the veins, or in the capillaries. So some of these blood vessels, They bring blood to the heart. Some of these blood vessels, they carry blood away from the heart to other parts of the body. The next one will be respiration. On respiration, we have aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. The one which needs oxygen and the one which can work without oxygen. From there we'll go the breathing system. The breathing system, the other name for the breathing system is the respiratory system. Sometimes they are going to say an examination. Diagram shows the respiratory system. We are referring to the breathing system. And as we still remember in grade 10, we have different parts of the breathing system, like for example the nose. The nose is the simplest example of the breathing system. The lungs. When oxygen, now we need to know how do the molecules of oxygen move in and how do the molecule of carbon dioxide move out of our body, out of our breathing system. The next topic will be excretion in human. The word excretion is the removal of waste products out of our body. Now, the waste products, they can only be removed out of our body by using three organs. We have the lungs, we have the skin, and we have the kidneys. These three, we call them excretory organs. They remove waste products out of our body. For example, lungs. When we take in oxygen, oxygen will be used for cell respiration. The waste product will be carbon dioxide, which will be removed out of our body. The next one is the skin. When we drink a lot of water, we are going to lose some of the water through sweating, and we only sweat through our skin. The next one is the kidney. The kidney, it deals with urine. This is where urine is formed. Urine is always formed in the kidney, and it is excreted out of our body through the process which is known as urination. The next one is coordination. We have coordination in plants and coordination in human. How information is transported from one organ to the next organ. Coordination in human, this is where we talk about the sense organs. Still on coordination, we have hormones. These hormones, they are produced by the hormonal glands. For example, we have hormonal glands like the pancreas. When we are saying hormonal glands, they are part of our body. The next one, we have nervous control. How our nervous is controlled. The function of the nervous system, one, is to detect and respond to the stimuli. It detects the stimuli and responds to the stimuli. For example, before you cross the road, the car becomes the stimuli. And to inform your body will respond. Still on coordination, still on the nervous system, we have the information which is known as the impulses. Impulses, sometimes we say, is the message. Impulses, in simplest way, are messages. Impulses are messages carried around our body. Information carried around our body. For example, when you touch a hot plate, you are going to feel pain. Pain becomes an impulse, becomes the message which is carried around your body. If you see a naked human being, that naked human being, what you have seen becomes an impulse, because that will be the message which will be carried around your body. The last one, the last topic which will be included in our examination, it will be drugs. On drugs, we need to know the effects of drugs on the human body or on the nervous system, and the effects of drugs on the family. What is the effect of drugs? For example, let me give an example on the human body. One, it damages the brain cells. It damages the liver cells. It causes poor coordination. That's why they say don't drink and drive. Why are they saying don't drink and drive? Because it might cause, or it will cause, poor coordination. What is the effect of drugs to the family? One, it causes the abuse of people who remains at home. Sometimes we have parents who drinks, or we have family, we stay with family members who drinks. They don't buy food at home, they go and use the money for drinking. When they come back at home, they are asking for food. If we cannot give them food, they will beat us. That's why we say it causes the abuse of family members, of people who are left at home. The other one, it causes what? some of the people, they might lose their jobs because of drinking. When they lose their job, maybe that person he was the breadwinner in the family. You're not going to get money anyway. Thank you so much. The word of encouragement, you must use Google to check for other information which we did not learn in class. I wish you all the best in examination. Thank you so much.